Hi everyone, I hope that you're doing well, and today's video is all about healthy living. For me, healthy living is to do with, yes, food and exercise, but also how you treat yourself, the self-love, what you feed your mind. So much of what on the outside that you feed your body is part of my healthy living. But for today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the workouts and the eating and how I started this healthy living life. I don't want to say it's a journey because it's something that I implement every day. It's something that I'm still learning about, and it's something that brings me so much of happiness. That's why I love to do it. I want it to become a lifestyle. It is part of my lifestyle, but I want to increase it even more and learn more. So today's going to be a little bit of a story time girl chat. So get something to drink. I have some water, my little cute space here, and we're going to get to it. I grew up in an Indian household. My grand lived with us, who loves to cook, and she cooks yummy, yummy food. But it's not always the healthiest food. And, you know, it was easy because lunch was made, supper was made. But when I moved to Johannesburg and when my acne flared up, I have shared the story, I think it's in my confidence story, where my acne flared up and I went to see a dermatologist. After doing blood tests, we found out that I was actually insulin resistant. That's when my blood cells, they don't respond normally, well, they don't respond to the insulin, to the sugar that's going into my body. So this can lead to type 2 diabetes, and instead of putting me on medication, they suggested that I go on a low GI diet to control the insulin. It's a hormone, so I wanted to control it. And to be 19 and to go on tablets wasn't ideal for me, so I decided to go on the low GI diet. I learned a lot during that low GI lifestyle change, what works well for my body, what doesn't, what I should stay away from, and what makes me feel good. Through that, I started learning about more things in terms of just what has a high sugar intake, what has low, what works for my body, what doesn't, and also finding a balance in between. Because I'm going to be honest, I love pizza, pasta, burgers. I love all the good fried oily stuff. But if I had to have that every day, I wouldn't feel great. So this is where the second thing comes in, which is why I continue to stay healthy. I know how I felt when I was insulin resistant in terms of my waist. My waist was quite big, and I felt very uncomfortable. I also know how I feel when I eat unhealthy. You know, I can have a day where I just eat unhealthy the entire day. You can have a good breakfast and then it just goes downhill, and that's normal. Like, I can be hard on myself, but instead of doing that, realize what I did and just start over the next day, as opposed to just being like, I shouldn't have done that. Why did I do it? Just move on to the next day. And I decided that understand that feeling. So when I eat healthy, I know I feel good. I feel amazing. And when I eat unhealthy, you feel nauseous, I have like stomach cramps. You feel so lethargic, but it's just not a nice feeling. So the question that I always ask myself, why would I want to feel like that? So I know how I want to feel, and that's what actually keeps me motivated in terms of just eating healthy, eating consistently, and living this healthy lifestyle. When I started the low GI diet, I went to a dietitian who shared everything with me. And as I started, this was about 2016, no, it was 2012. Oh, that's 8 years ago. So it was 2012 when I started, and I don't even think I had Instagram then. Maybe I did, but I didn't know about the people that were putting out the content. So now when it comes to actually following people on Instagram, especially when it comes to health and fitness, I follow people that have that balance. So for example, and I'll leave the links down below in terms of like workouts and healthy living, Rachel Good Eats, Sarah's Day, workouts that I love to do is also yoga with Adrian, and just she promotes a very healthy lifestyle, mind, body and soul, which I absolutely love. And that's how I consistently learn. I go onto YouTube and I learn about Pilates. Does Pilates work for me? I learn about a new food, or like a new food group, or a new superfood, and I try it. Like for example, chia seeds. I absolutely love chia seeds, and I love it in a in a pudding or like a smoothie. It's so delicious. So I'm constantly learning by also researching what's out there, and the way you learn is by actually trying it and see how your body reacts to it. So for example, dairy. I try to stay away from dairy, but ice cream, so I have that in moderation. Also with milk, we do lactose-free milk. It's just about learning what works for your body, and it is a process, but it's a process that, the end result will be amazing because you're doing it for your health. For example, last year when we had our fasting month, I could feel something wasn't right. So I actually went to get a few blood tests done, and I found out that my cholesterol was high. It was just the food that I was eating during that month that spiked it. They suggested that I do cardio. So from there I learned, if I'm going to eat all of this high cholesterol food, and the thing is, sometimes you just crave that, you have to increase your cardio, which now I've done. I was doing Pop Sugar Fitness, which I will also link down below. They have an amazing YouTube channel with so many free resources. I did that and it wasn't enough, so we actually invested in a bike, like a indoor bike, and that's been so amazing because it's just helped me stay fit, let my heart rate just rise now and then, and I've increased it. Instead of doing the Pop Sugar, I do that 3 to 4 times a week, and after you do that, you feel so amazing. I love to go on walks. I am not a gym person, so I had to learn that slowly. Like, I don't like to go to the gym, but if I am going to work out at home, you have to be so motivated and disciplined. But once again, ask yourself, how do you feel? Like, working out and eating healthy, does that make you feel good? And if so, continue it. Because if it's making you feel good, it's also promoting your happiness and your confidence. With the whole personal style, I can put a beautiful outfit together. I can put a stunning outfit together that's just so wow. But if I don't feel good inside, it's not going to really show on the outside. So when I work with clients one-on-one, I always ask them with your weight. Because a lot of women that come to me are either losing or they're gaining, and they want to dress for that new them. I focus on the current because that's where we are right now. But if they are losing or they're gaining, it needs to bring them confidence as they are doing it. So I recently had a client who said she is losing weight and she's starting to feel so much better because it's becoming her old self, and that confidence is starting to come back. So it's all about that confidence from within that will show when you are styling yourself, doing your hair, putting on makeup. You can have a great face beat, a beautiful blow wave, but if you don't feel great in the inside, it's not going to really work. And for me, feeling great from the inside is how you feed your body with, words, food, so forth, and then also working out. If you're not a workout person, work around that. Find out what you actually like in terms of just moving your body, exercising, because it really just promotes such a healthy heart. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it really does. And I can speak from experience of being insulin resistant, where both my gynecologist and dermatologist were like, you know what, this is what they define as obese. And that's shocking, and you don't want to go there. So on Instagram, I actually put a little box there, asked about, the questions that you have. So I'm just going to go through that. It's not a lot of questions, so let's get to it. What exercises do you enjoy doing the most? A couple of years ago, I think it was about 2-3 years ago, I stumbled across Yoga with Adrienne's YouTube page. I'll leave it down below, a link to her page, and I absolutely love yoga. At one stage, I was actually doing yoga 3 to 4 times a week. I've cut down now because I want to increase my cardio and just get my heart rate going. But yoga is one of my favorite exercises to do. It brings so much of positivity, so much of happiness, so much of calmness, so much of everything in one, and it also pushes you to try like different poses that maybe you thought you couldn't do, but your body actually can do it, and you realize how strong you are. Because of yoga, I'm able to do a push-up, I'm able to hold a plank, I'm able to go into like a deep squat because of yoga. That's how it's helped me. What eating plan do you follow? I actually don't follow an eating plan. So what works for me, and I had to find this out by just trial and error. Basically, I have to eat breakfast, and one of the questions is like, what do I eat in a day? So for breakfast, I would do either instant oats, I can do a protein shake, I can even do a banana, but I have to have breakfast. I have to have something that will keep me going for the morning and will give me that energy. And I love to have a breakfast that is packed with that type of energy and good food. Lunch, have to do lunches, so I have to do all 3 meals. Lunch, also I like to keep it light. Sometimes it's leftovers. If I don't do eggs for breakfast, I would normally do it for lunch on like a rice cake. I don't mind having like the low GI bread. It's absolutely delicious, especially with some eggs. Avocado on toast is also yummy. And then for dinner, we cook a nice homely meal, poke bowls, spaghetti bolognese with like gluten-free pasta, a curry now and then, which we absolutely don't mind because we're not doing it too crazy in terms of the oil. We substitute the oil for maybe like coconut oil or olive oil. So we try to balance it out, but also enjoy what we're eating. We don't want to, when I'm eating healthy, I don't want it to be dry and bland and I'm not enjoying it. I want it to be fun. Tips for getting to your goal weight and maintaining it. Getting to your goal weight, I would say start with your healthy living now. Find out what exercises work for you, because as soon as you find out what works for you, you're going to feel amazing. And then find out what works for you in terms of food. How does your body react to it? So my body doesn't react to like gluten or lactose in a very nice way. Like I'll get nauseous, or I'll get I won't feel great. So learn what works for your body. And then maintaining it, I would say that when you're already at your goal weight, that should already be your motivation to maintain it. I'm not at my goal weight right now. It's winter, I like hot chocolate, I'm not going to feel bad for having it. So I just know that I need to work out. So I work out 6 times a week for 30 minutes. It really helps me, it really promotes a positive lifestyle for me, and I'm really happy with that consistency. Sometimes I'll do 7, depending how I'm feeling, but 6 really works for me, and that's my motivation. So once you hit your goal weight, that should be your motivation to maintain it. So how do I maintain a healthy lifestyle or eating habits during this pandemic? Honestly speaking, it's just a balance. If I know, for example, like on a Monday we say we maybe want to have a pizza or you want to have a burger, I will eat healthy before that. And I will eat that one meal and then move on. Like I said, hot chocolate I have to have, so I'm not going to even, feel bad about having a cup of hot chocolate. So for me, it's just about the balance. If you feel for a sweet treat, go for it. But also, I've actually trained my mind to not crave those certain stuff. Sometimes I'll crave it. I remember once we found Frosties and we just couldn't stop eating it. It was during the lockdown we found Frosties and we had it so much because it was just so delicious. But I don't crave it anymore because we had it so much. So I've also trained my mind where if I see chocolate in front of me, I don't have to have it unless it's Lindt and it's dark chocolate. Then that's a different story. But if it's like a Kit Kat or Oreo or like chips, I don't have to have it. My body knows that if I don't have it, I'm going to feel great. So maybe substitute it for like nuts and like a fruit mix, like a trail mix. That's delicious for me. So find your substitutes, and that's how I maybe found a balance, especially now when we're at home. That's what helped me. I think, is there one more? How to eat healthy when it's cold. I make soups, make stew, have your hot chocolate, guys. I'm going to say hot chocolate because I don't want to stop eating the fun stuff just because I'm on this healthy living. That eating that fun stuff promotes a better lifestyle for me as well, because I'm having to balance it out and know that I've enjoyed that pizza or I've enjoyed that burger. Now I can actually go and say, you know what, I'm going to continue eating healthy, and then in a week's time or like on a Saturday, every Saturday we'll do like a pizza. That's how I promote that balance. And even if it's cold, just think about it, or think about stuff that you can make that's warm and healthy. Stews, soups, pastas, gluten-free pastas are nice. And yeah, I think just find what works for you and go with that. I hope you found this video helpful. In terms of healthy living, every single day I'm still learning, which I absolutely love that I get to learn every day about what works for my body, what doesn't. So do that for you. Find out what works for your body and just take it day by day. Don't be hard on yourself and enjoy the process of actually eating healthy. It's an amazing feeling, and if you live at home and you have other people that live with you that don't eat healthy, that should actually motivate you to not only for yourself but for them. help them get onto a healthy lifestyle, because it just, the thing is, this is the body that you have. It's the only body that you have, and I believe that you need to take 150, 200% care of it, because it's everything. It's what helps you get up in the morning and just move through the day. It's what helps you there with your mind and achieve your goals, your passions. So take care of your body. Until next time, guys. Bye.